We're out here training with some of America's finest soft forces. They just got this really great new sniper rifle. It's called the PSR. We're going to do a few videos about it, but right off the bat, I want to talk a little bit about it. PSR stands for Precision Sniper Rifle. So it's another big, overly heavy sniper rifle that the military uses. And this one's just a little bit different. Unlike the 308 rifles, our bolt guns that are total tack drivers, they've got a limited range. And then you get into other environments, you've got the 300 Win Mags or the 338 Lapuas, a lot of them Accuracy International, other companies like that. Those are good for extremely long ranges. Rather than having an arms room with just 5 or 6 different types of sniper rifles, what's great about this PSR, when they put out for the contract, it had to be able to swap calibers. So it's currently set up to fire 308. Right, so you'll notice even as wide as the magazine well is back down here, that this magazine's very, very narrow. Right, now the suppressor, it's an AAC suppressor. It's set up all the way for 338 Lapua, but it also fits on this barrel. Right, lets a little extra sound out, no big deal. Right, but the cool part about this rifle is you can easily change calibers with it. For example, this is the 300 Win Mag barrel. What you do is it has a separate bolt face that you'll swap out with the one that's currently in the gun, and then the barrel, we're going to cover this later, how to properly swap calibers, but it basically just threads down into the front of the gun. This is placed in the bolt, and then you swap magazines. Now, the 300 Win Mag and the 338 Lapua magazines both roughly have the same length. Width is just a little bit different. So what's actually up inside the magazine well, while I'm using the 308, which is in it right now, is there's a block insert. First, I didn't like the idea of it, but after using it on the range and swapping back and forth, swapping mags is really smooth, feeds very, very well. You pop the plug out, you still have that same muscle memory of using that same finger to release the mag, swaps right out. So now what we have is we have a single rifle that's capable of reaching out to a mile with a 338 Lapua round. Very, very heavy projectile, run at a very high velocity, still maintains all that energy, and it gives you that additional range. And when it comes time to actually do training, for example, going out to the range doing snaps and movers, engaging, practicing shooting moving targets. Snaps are targets that quickly present themselves and only stay up for a limited amount of time. We call them snaps and movers. When you do them, you practice your leads on the movers and everything. You fire a lot of rounds so you can get down exactly what that lead is so that sniper can record it. Now doing that, you fire a lot of ammo. Now the barrel life on the 338 Lapuas are very, very small, where the barrel on the 308 has a very, very long barrel life. What's really cool about it is that I can put this 308 barrel in, send the sniper off to sniper school, and he can put 600-700 rounds through it doing snaps and movers, and he's really not hurting the gun at all. He can easily take that kind of round count. Comes back, he's got to actually do a real world mission that requires a long range shot. He can swap to the heavier caliber. And again, he's already got the data, the ballistic computer gives him the calculations he needs. He can engage that target at extreme ranges. So it's a very, very robust gun. It's got the great capability of being able to swap calibers. The stock actually folds to allow for parachute operations, getting in and out of vehicles. It's set up really, really tough. Depending on what unit gets it, you'll see different scopes come with it. I like that they left scopes as separate that they can change. Why? Well, because honestly, this gun is going to be in the inventory for 20 years, where scopes come and go. Every year, every other year, somebody comes out with a new latest and greatest scope. So this scope should not be part of this gun. It should be something I can throw into the wall locker when something new comes out on it. Some of the other options you'll see is this particular one has a Harris bipod. A lot of the other guys will want to run the Atlas bipod by B&T Industries. But it's just, there's a lot of different options that you can have on this weapon. All right, so hats off to the military. They've really finally knocked one out of the park. The precision sniper rifle, the PSR, this thing's a home run.